Namaste and hello. As we go into this No King's Day celebrations, protests, whatever, I had a couple of thoughts I'd like to share. First being, I'm an Earthling, right? I was born on this planet, which is a big round ball. It wasn't cut up in any particular way, as far as I can tell. It was just a big round ball and people showed up. No one ever taught me how to be an Earthling. I was told by others that I'm an American, apparently because I was born in a particular part of the world. And the people who taught me that I was an American had been taught that they were an American rather than being taught that they were an Earthling. So, an Earthling is a free being. An American is a limited being. This is true of any nation, any national identification. Every person on the planet is an Earthling, which makes us free beings because we were individuals born coming to awareness on a big round ball that wasn't cut up. So there's more of those the people playing the game of America, the national stuff, than there are of free beings, a lot conscious free beings. And so basically we have to play the game, you just stuck with it. You got to play somebody's game because in this particular instance, I was born in this particular nation, and people who didn't know any better taught me how to play the game. It's kind of like being born on a board game of Monopoly, And the coordinator of the game presently is Trump, and he's coordinated a whole bunch of his friends that have said, okay, well, we're going to change the rules of the game. We're not going to play the game the way it was, the way the instructions say. We're going to change what we're doing. And of course, he's doing that without everybody's permission, consent. He's doing it with just I think he got elected with 49% of the vote or something like that. And he's saying, okay, all you Earthlings out there who happen to be born in this nation, you're going to have to play under my rules. And my rules are not the rules that are written on the box. And I'm going to make them up as I go. For instance, we're going to say, we're going to be fiscally responsible and yet throw a $43 million military parade on my birthday. So no King's Day. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. It really doesn't matter. I don't know what else is out there, independent and all these other. I don't pay much attention to that stuff. I play the game only minimally, as minimally as I have to in order to enjoy my life. So regardless of who you are, the instructions on the game, on the box of America, says there's no kings in America. The president doesn't have the power of the king. And he's not supposed to have the power of the king. No president is, and I'm not talking about Trump, this concept of TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. And recently I read an article that said something about Obama derangement syndrome. Something to remember, which a lot of people seem to forget, is that if you have a derangement syndrome, quote unquote, people say it as though you hate that person. Well, the thing is, isn't love blind as well? Hate and love are both blind. Otherwise, we wouldn't have ex-girlfriends and ex-boyfriends. We wouldn't be divorced, right? So, because we would see clearly. Obviously, we don't see clearly when we are for or against somebody with great enthusiasm. So it doesn't matter if you hate or you love some politician. It means that at that moment you're not seeing things clearly. You're picking and choosing from amongst the information available to you, and you're saying, "Ooh, I like that. I'm going to keep that, and I don't like that, so I ain't going to pay no attention to that stuff." Or maybe I'll really pay attention to that stuff because my life is freaking boring and I need to go out and do something. Well, as long as you're playing the game of nationalism, and I mean it's a game, it's a board game. It's a game. It's like something that was made up in a elementary school playground. Because think about this for a minute. The people who originally got together and started creating boundaries and borders and saying, "Oh, you can't join our group" and everything, didn't they have the mental complexity of a 6-year-old? I mean, they were Neanderthals or something. Neanderthals? Well, however you say it. I know what I'm talking about. I just don't know how to say it. So they started it, and then over the years, people have just taught their kids how to play the game and totally forgot to teach them how to be free. So, again, I don't care what political affiliation you are. If you're not out there protesting in this No King's Day protests, you're a little bit silly, I think, personally. Just because of the fact that no kings. It's not against Trump. It's not against anybody in particular. It's just saying, hey guys, no kings today. America isn't a monarchy. And you can't hide kingship, the power of kingship under the guise of democratic republic or social republic or whatever game it is that America is playing. You either have a king or you don't. You may not, what's that saying, a rose is a rose by any other name or something of that nature? Well, no. This shit going on in the government right now, it's just silly stuff. It's hurting people. And it's against the rules. If you read the rules on the box, the instructions on the box, it says due process and all that good stuff. And you don't use American troops against Americans. That just doesn't cut it. It makes no sense. And the first time some innocent person, somebody who's just out there peacefully protesting, gets killed by some military guy who is acting under orders, well, one, that guy, I hope, is going to need a lot of therapy, because if he doesn't, the government has done a really good job of screwing with his head, or hers, as the case may be. But the first time that happens, it costs too much. It costs too much when an innocent person gets harmed. If you're out there peacefully protesting, some idiot 20-year-old or whatever, not that 20-year-olds are idiots, but they're usually the ones with the more aggressive, I'm going to go out and get them kind of energies. When that kind of stuff happens, it's like, if I happen to be sitting next to somebody like that, like today, I'm going to make a big balloon hat. I'm a balloon artist, so I'm going to make a big balloon crown, and I'm going to put one of those signs on it, and I'm just going to sit in meditation. Well, if I'm sitting in meditation, some guy next to me throws a firebomb or some jazz like that. Well, I'm in meditation. I'm not paying attention to him. And some law officer or military guy comes along and does something to me. Well, they're infringing on my rights. I'm an Earthling. I'm a free being. I can sit anywhere I want within the instructions, with the instructions that are on the box for America, the game called America. Anyway, I hope you have a good game. Hope you win. Or even better than that, I just hope you enjoy the game. Good luck, guys.